Greetings, Earthlings! Today, I will be reviewing Transformers Cyberverse Deluxe Shockwave. But just as a disclaimer, I've only had this figure for a few hours. I got it for a friend, so I might have missed something, and my opinion may change like 5% if I would have had this figure for longer. Taking a closer look at Shockwave, he looks exactly like he did in the show. His very nice head sculpt and the pink lightning details complement his design very well. I never really liked how the arms also have the gun handle detail, but it's the mirrored legs in alternate mode, so I'll forgive it. Here's a quick 360 view. Very nice, very minimal back kibble. Here's the iconic Shockwave backpack. You can see the transparent pipe to his arm. Articulation, of course, is very good on this figure. All the Cyberverse Deluxes had a good amounts. He has a nice swivel on the head there. The antennas actually can move up and back a little bit. Just nice touch to angle them how you want. You can see it better from the side there. That works. He has a waist swivel. I can kick forward this far, thanks to side skirts moving out of the way. Can kick back. Decent amount as well. If you move the arm out of the way, it can move to the side as well. So that's nice. We have ball joints in the shoulders. A swivel below that. About a 90-degree bend at the elbow. Wrists do swivel. Though, if you don't have small fingers, it might be a little hard because of the way the transformation puts a claw under his hand. And he has his mandatory ankle pivots and rockers, as well as deep knee bend-ish. The funny thing is they molded a second knee on him. I really don't know why. It's kind of strange. So, a lot better than Optimus in the way that most of his ball joints have been replaced with swivels and hinges, meaning they don't get loose as easily. This floppy mess. For accessories, his arm cannon can detach just like most of the Cyberverse figures. You see here. And that shows that he just has a regular arm. Again, like most of the Cyberverse figures. He just has a little arm hiding under there for the transformation. He comes with a nice gun that he doesn't really need considering the cannon on his arm. And he can hold it nicely. 5mm, of course. And like all the other Cyberverse figures, he comes with a two-piece blast effect that can peg into either weapon, though of course we'll prefer his arm cannon. So yeah, pretty good on accessories there. Now for some size comparisons. Here he is with his Spark Armor version. Cyberverse Deluxe Optimus. Here we have the Warrior Soundwave. I'm going to rearrange it a little bit. And sadly I don't have the Cyberverse Deluxe B, but he can intimidate my Legends. Now for transformations, sadly, since he's the Cyberverse Shockwave, he doesn't have much of a transformation to speak of. He turns into the regular spider tank, but here we go. First, to start, you need to remove his arm cannon. Just wiggle it until it comes off. Then come here and untab this backpack and just carefully slide it out. Set it off to the side for now. And we can open up the arms, which you can see one has already been opened up by removing the arm cannon. If I can get you to see that. Flip out the leg fold in the hands, close up. I said fold in the hands, close up that front panel. Now do pretty much the same thing on the other side. Fold in the hands, flip out the hand, foot, fold in that panel. And now we just rotate them so you can see it looks like he has legs on his arms now. That's one thing I never liked about this design, but I'll deal with it. And that's how he's supposed to look. So rotate the waist. Side skirt should just get out of the way. I can move him back a little. Now, here comes the fun part. If you know what I mean. Untie his chest and just get it over. Yeah, it's kind of scary, but it's not gonna break. And if you flip him over here, these bits of kibble will fold down to become his, what do you call it? Jaws. Spider jaws. Yeah. And then you can just kind of collapse in, should snap into place, the chest, and that should hold everything in the front there together nicely. And now for the easy part. Yes, he does look like a doofus. Fold feet forward, just get everything, positions, regular Cyberverse Shockwave fare of just getting him to stand and look as little intimidating as he can. And now for the part I don't really like, you can peg on the cannon. Here we go. And this hose thing, there's a few things you can do with it, but I don't like any of them, so just put it off to the side for now. And I guess he looks like he's supposed to, but he just doesn't really look very intimidating. He's just hunched forward. Maybe if it was a leader class figure, this would look very cool, but sadly, it just doesn't work for me. And here's how he stacks up against some of his other Cyberverse friends. He's bigger than Optimus in alternate mode, as he should be, just not big enough. And if we can take a close look here, I think his alternate mode looks a lot better than the Spark Armor one. More on that in a minute. But I think if you want him to look large and intimidating, you're gonna have to go with your Micromasters. That works right there. And though I was able to make a very cool fan mode, alternate mode that I like a lot better for the Spark Armor one, it just doesn't work on this deluxe version because, quite frankly, his legs aren't hollow enough to collapse all the way, and his spider feet just get in the way of each other. So sadly, that's just not an option. The gun fan mode made by Chevatron, I believe it was, looks okay from the side, but as soon as you turn it to any other angle, it just looks terrible. And sadly, it doesn't work either. So, final thoughts. Is Cyberverse Deluxe Shockwave a good figure? Is he worth buying? Well, a while ago, definitely not. He was $35 on eBay, whereas he retailed for $25. But for some odd reason, seems the only reason could be the new Earthspark Redeco coming out. He's now $15, which is a massive loss of profit to all eBay sellers. I don't know why they're doing this. And the alternate mode is just not good. There's no good fan modes either you can get for him. But the robot mode is actually pretty nice, and I really like the robot mode. It looks very cool, exactly like he did in the show, and it just screams Shockwave. So, if you want one just Shockwave just for robot mode, kind of like an Action Master, like pose on the shelf, I'd say this is a great figure to get. And I'm aware that Blast Effect fell off Bumblebee, it's not supposed to peg in. But Other than that, if you want like a fully transformable figure or your main Shockwave that'll look cool in two modes, this really isn't the best option. The Spark Armor is a lot cooler than this, even though he's tiny. But if you want one just for one mode, I'd say this is a great Shockwave. Now is the best time to pick him up. He's half price, which is good for half a Transformer since his alternate mode isn't the greatest, but now's the best time to get one if you want one. So if you're watching this at the time of release of the video, then and want one, get it now before the prices go up for some reason.